What up, what up, what up, YouTube? Let's talk about sleeping with the narcissist, unpacking a narcissist, working with the narcissist. So I woke up this morning and I had like narcissism like on my mind. I think like I'm not a psychologist, so let me just like read some of this definition. So a narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. So like when you think about, you know, co-workers, friends, family members, spouses, like many of you dated, work with, maybe sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunts, with people that have these traits. And I was kind of like reflecting on a past relationship where I broke up with the person. Like it was a toxic relationship. So I slept with the narcissist, which I'm not exactly sure if she fits the description to the T, but I know other people, like that I worked with that I know that fit the description. So this one girl, I worked with, at this location, and she had like a really high, sense of importance, and like some people are like self-centered, but like she was like 10x. And like for me, like she was an individual who was working on her health, was overweight at one point, and like in better shape, but she kind of acted like as if she was like the most beautiful person in like the whole world. Like she kind of like she would like she wouldn't want, like if we were like this was like an event venue where there would be like conferences and stuff like that. So we would do like, access control and checking in and making sure like the people who registered for the event were actually coming to the event and not other people um, who wasn't supposed to be there. So we would like check IDs and stuff like that. And she wouldn't want people to sit next to her, all kind of stuff. I'm just like, what are you in third grade? you know and then I had another like supervisor who really, like, he was unorganized, a little bit unprofessional, and he's like a narcissist to a T. So he talks so highly of himself, and it was like even my coworkers, they'll be like, yeah, he just talks like he's like Barack Obama, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he is the Dalai Lama, like he is, Michael Jordan or somebody. Like he, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like he's just like a regular guy who, like, in reality, what I'm saying, needs to like be better at his job and have more situational awareness. But like he talks like like the business runs because of this person, and realize like, nah, you cause more fires and more issues than anything. But like, people, I think, in relationships need to avoid being with narcissists because it creates a toxic situation. If you're dealing with somebody who's not in tune to other people's feelings, then like you're not gonna, like, your individual needs are not gonna be met if you're with somebody who just cares about themselves and they're not really have empathy, genuine empathy to other people's situation and feeling. So like sometimes, like now I'm like thinking about other friends that I had who had these narcissistic traits, and how they are very toxic, very, very mentally draining, and draining of their energy. And then sometimes, having friends who might be in relationships with somebody who suffer from narcissistic traits, and you're kind of looking from afar, and you're like, you don't really want to tell them what to do. You want to be supportive of that person, but then you kind of like taking it as a lesson. Like, hey, I'm gonna avoid being with narcissists. If they don't want to, if they want my opinion and ask for it, I'll be honest. And you could tell them like, oh, you need to like find another spouse. You're not married, you don't have kids with this person. You need to move on. And then like some people like that toxic shit. And I was in a toxic relationship for like 4 years, and I was in college, so this was like my first like serious relationship. So I didn't really have any comparisons to it. So I didn't know I was in a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought, because sometimes people will say a narcissist, they make it think that you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? You're the cause of all the relationship issues and whatnot. Like, they can do no wrong. Like, and like my ex, she would never apologize. And I'm just like, oh yeah, you're not perfect. I have no problems. Like, I make mistakes all the time and do things that I shouldn't do. And I'll apologize and try to, change my behavior. And I tell like my boss now, like, the best apologies is change behavior. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll just be honest about my shortcomings, But like I'm no longer with this person, but sometimes, you get drunk and you still want to hook up and, have sex with this person. And then like I'm like radio silence when I get into a sober state. You know what I'm saying? So, I recently had tried to spin the block on my ex that I believe has some narcissistic traits. And like, she just played too many games, and like I'm not gonna be on her page. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play her game. So it's kind of like she's frustrated and annoyed like with me because I'm not like going along with her agenda. But obviously, like when I got drunk, I text her. I tried to spin the block like, yo, let's hang out, come over, come to our place, come visit me, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know, like, if the person gets there, like, da da da, nighttime activities most likely will go down. But you know what I'm saying, in a sober state, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. So I won't make this video too long. Just like the video. You don't even have to comment and stuff like that. Not gonna like ask too much of you guys. This is more so I just wanted to kind of talk about, like, this is how I was feeling this morning. I was thinking about like narcissistic behavior, and also thinking about like childhood traumas and trying to overcome that, and just like seeing like other people's like relationship like shortcomings that they some people who are in a toxic relationship acknowledge that they are in a toxic relationship, but then they still, you know what I'm saying, entertain that. And you just look like the person knows that what they're doing is not healthy, but then yet they do that. And then I was able to break away from that toxic relationship, which is difficult. It's hard to go cold turkey. Like, a toxic relationship is kind of like fucking chocolate chip cookies. It's just like hard to like stop fucking eating cookies. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying, smoking some good weed or doing like whatever your vice is, using some drugs, like taking a fucking Skittle shot, like drinking your favorite beer, whether it's some a light beer, IPA, drinking your favorite, whiskey or tequila or whatever like that. It's like, yeah, too much of this shit is bad. You know what I'm saying? Too much coke is bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Too much of anything sometimes is bad. So trying to break those bad habits. And, just wanted to kind of just be honest. Because, like, sometimes growing up, like, in like a household full of like deceit and lies, and being like a chronic liar myself, it's just like you see there's like a sense of relief and like peace and like the truth. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't want to be too honest because you don't want to be super vulnerable. So you're not trying to like express everything that you're going through and stuff like that. But then sometimes, I find like fucking closure and honesty. Oh yeah, I made this mistake. Oh, I cheated on this spouse. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking to this girl, and it was a bunch of us and I was interested in her, and I think she was interested in me. And it's like when I told her like, yo, I cheated on a spouse before, and she team monogamy. She's been cheated on before. She didn't really like that, so like we got along from a communication standpoint, emotional standpoint. So she may have thought I was attractive, like she was an attractive woman, and she was taken back by that. And like it's one of the things where like a lot of people don't like to be honest because they're afraid of how people are going to perceive them. And sometimes like that may not be your person. You know what I'm saying? If you can't be honest with the person, and it's tough. Like in that person like may still be a good person and they may not be able to stomach like the truth. And it's just like, yo, I didn't like murder anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like I, was selfish. I was insecure, you know what I'm saying, and inexperienced, and did something that I should have just been honest about, you know what I'm saying? I should have just been like, oh yeah, let me just be single and not have consistent sex and then try to explore, other relationships. But obviously I wanted to have my cake and eat it too. And we still talk. We're still cordial and stuff like that. We're not we don't hook up or anything like that. She's in France. I'm in New York, but I wanted to be honest. I think with me, with like women, certain women that's like attractive, I want to be honest with them. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like certain chicks. You be like, I just want you to really know me, the good and the bad, and not like accept me. You can accept or reject me, but I kind of wanted you to like. I want to express myself with you, and like the truth, not the lies, not the deceit, and then kind of just be honest. You know what I'm saying? And if that you can't handle that, it is what it is. But I need to seek that solace, which I'm not sure is the right word, or just that peace, that relief of, you know what I'm saying, I don't have to carry, these burdens and these traumas and these lies, because I know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is, and like, you don't have to put up this facade, you know what I'm saying, this front. So to me, like, I care about other people. I don't think that I'm a narcissist. I have decent self-esteem and stuff like that. I know like my situation is not perfect, and I made a lot of mistakes in the past, and I want to change in my ways, but I've definitely been, I've slept with some narcissists and worked with some narcissists, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not sure. Because sometimes when it comes to like some of your family members, you're not close enough with them on that intimate level to know if they're a narcissist. Or like when you were younger, you didn't have enough experience dealing with other narcissists to like pick up like conversational patterns or those talking tracks that, narcissists would say. You know what I'm saying? Because like me doing sales over the years, I've had a lot of conversations. I lived in multiple states and visited multiple states within the United States. So I've been to a lot of different bars and talked with people like outside of work and then at work, whether at call centers, sales jobs. I sold mattresses, cars, healthcare. I talked to a significant amount of people. So, I've understand like and can comprehend when someone's lying. You know what I'm saying? I got to tune to that because like, yo, like when I sold tires, that my manager always like, buyers are liars, buyers are liars. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm so like, and then some of my coworkers would be like, oh, you don't acknowledge like the fuckery. Like I don't sometimes, like when they say acknowledge, like I don't necessarily have a strong reaction. I kind of just like let people say things, you know what I'm saying? So like if someone lies, I'm not like, oh, you're lying, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just might be just like a mental note. Like I may not have a crazy like expression, and I'm still like an animated person. I make a lot of faces and stuff like that, crack a lot of jokes, but then sometimes people will say stuff and then I'm still like, I'm just taking it in. Like I don't have like a crazy reaction to certain things. And like sometimes people will be like, yo, did you hear me? Like I heard what you said, I comprehend what you said, and I understand what you said, but I just didn't have this animated reaction to the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for watching, and if you listened all the way to the end, this was on my mind. I woke up thinking about this narcissistic shit and just like the games that people play. That's why like I like, and a lot of people like Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, just like the deceitful, just the manipulative things that people do, and just being attuned to that. And then like a video coming up, I'm gonna talk about like getting like finesse, like getting like scammed. Like we'll have that conversation. I'm not sure when I'm gonna drop it, but like as you guys know, I've been robbed in Colombia, so I've been finessed, I've been scammed. So I've been on the how could you do that happen? You don't have any common sense. I know the mindset of having that narrow focus of like focusing on the wrong thing and ignoring red flags, and that could be dangerous. All right, y'all, that is my time.